Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Extreme Tarot, where we do moon readings, pick a cards, and zodiac readings. Today we're doing a zodiac reading for the sign of Taurus. We're looking into what's going on in your no contact love situation. So I already pre-shuffled this one card, Lead Plumbum. Okay. So what I'm getting from this card right away, I'm noticing the split, the divide, the black and the white. It's kind of reminding me of the Aries reading I did yesterday, because there was like two different colors as well, but they were kind of like bleeding into each other. So I felt like that connection was more like at least like a spiritual connection, like there was some sort of like communication or energetic exchange. Here is different. I feel like there's like the separation is being highlighted more so. Like two very different, like black and white. Like I also shuffled a song for you and it was Sabotage by the Beastie Boys, so maybe something happened or someone sabotaged this, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the cards just for this portion of the spread, just so we can get going here. But lead energy is like a very heavy energy. It's ruled by Saturn. So again, with the sabotage energy in this card, I'm thinking that things might be a little rough here. There might be, you may be dealing with the fallout of somebody's kind of like sabotagey behavior, whether you or your person remains to be seen. I'm going to do your person's energy here and yours here. So let's see, for your person, what are the overall feeling? It says acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times you must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. And then for you guys, we have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So, and then on the bottom of the deck, we have friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. And then I'm going to get you one each of these, and then one lesson card, and then we're going to get going here. But even from these cards, it's almost like give each other some space. We have to accept things we can't change here. So it's like there's some sort of stalemate going on. All right, so for your person, Taurus, what do we have? We have Neptune. Inspire others with, be prepared to sacrifice for, yielding is the only way to. Okay, and then we have on the bottom, personal power, the mysteries of life and a major change, 8th house energy. And then for you guys, Taurus, what do we have here? We have Gemini, information to explain, communications about, resulting from the fluctuations of. All right. And then I was going to get one advice card just to see what you're both kind of like, what lessons, what's going on in your own individual lives, like what advice you would most need. So for your person, well, it says, honestly, as long as you're happy, who the hell cares? Happiness is a valid goal. I almost feel like I want to take that, honestly. Oh, let's just see what comes out. All right, what's going on? Oh, all right. What do we get for your person? You must focus on yourself, feel as good as you can, and make the relationship with yourself a priority. Do this and everything else will fall into place. And then look on the bottom of the deck, while it's not always easy to dole out tough love, it's necessary at times. So again, I feel like there is some sort of like, it seems like maybe your person's doling out some tough love to you here. Let's see. And then for you guys, we have write down the thoughts that haunt you. So I feel like for you guys, you could be sort of, I'm going to put that back. Sorry, I know you can't even see it. Write down the thoughts that haunt you, and then relax about any confusing situations. They will probably resolve themselves in time. I wrote that wrong on there. But anyway, okay, so what do we have going on here? I mean, it seems to me that your person here is like kind of, like I was saying with the tough love, they're kind of like fed up a little bit, or maybe just like with the acceptance is the key to inner peace. We must accept things as they are. I feel like obviously that's relating to this connection. Like they maybe are thinking that okay, this is the way things are. Like, with the Neptune energy, it's a very dreamy, daydreamy energy, like almost like, okay, like I've been dreaming about this, I've been wanting this, like this is something I've, you know, I guess been willing to sacrifice for in the past. And it's like, I'm not really getting anywhere with this. It's almost like your person has decided they just need to accept the situation, like surrender to the situation. Neptune, Pisces energy reminds me of like the Hanged Man energy, where it's almost like I'm choosing to sort of not choose, like to choose myself. I'm choosing myself. It's almost like your person is like, I'm choosing myself. I can't control what this person's going to do, like meaning you. There is no point trying to change that, which is beyond our control. And I don't think they necessarily want to control you. I think it's something that they've really wanted and they thought would make them feel good, but like actually like never ended up making them feel good. It was like almost like it was just going to remain a dream or something like that. I feel like your person really like idealized you in the past, maybe as a person that would be like the only person for them or something like that. So, or just like the perfect one, like, you know what I mean? Like they put you on a pedestal of like, Neptune is very dreamy. Like it's just, and with the whole like be prepared to sacrifice for, I feel like they were like I said, they were willing to sacrifice, but I feel like something has changed maybe where they're like realizing that they have to take all this energy and put it into themselves. Like if they're going to sacrifice for anyone, it needs to be at least somebody who's giving back the same, or they might as well just keep the energy for themselves. Like you must focus on yourself. Like must is like in these big capital letters, like that's just the way I wrote it. But like I feel like that's your person's like, I have to just do this, like I have to accept the way things are, like I have no other choice, like I cannot control this person, I cannot control the outcome of this connection, I can't make this person do what I want. So I guess I just have to sort of like with the Hanged Man surrender this and just kind of, but I feel like also like we had this friendship energy on the bottom of the deck, like, and I feel like your person doesn't like have any ill feelings towards you necessarily. This is more like I said about like, this isn't like I'm choosing to cut you out. It's more like I'm choosing to take care of myself more and do what makes me happy. And remember those cards that spilled out for your person, as long as you're happy, who the hell cares? And it's also like, as long as you're unhappy, like who the hell cares? Like you got to do what you got to do, kind of a vibe for from your person. They're in a little tough love energy. So then now for you guys, write down the thoughts that haunt you and reflection. Gemini, I feel like you're heavily thinking about this connection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Maybe you somehow sense that your person's kind of like pushing back against you a little bit, or like pulling away, distancing themselves from you. There's like this wall up here, and you're maybe just trying to honor that, but you're also kind of heavily reflecting on resulting from the fluctuations of, I feel like you could be feeling a little bit like responsible for whatever happened here. Again, we had that sabotage energy, so maybe you feel like you did kind of like mess this up somehow. Sorry, I'm just like reading the upside down from this card. From the Gemini card, sorry. Write down the thoughts that haunt you. And yeah, I feel like with the fluctuations, like you could have been like a little bit in and out, or something like that. Like your emotional temperature was a thing that was like fluctuating, and then we have like an air sign here, so you could be someone who sort of like, you know, tries to kind of detach themselves from their emotions and things like that. So, and like your response to the situation is more so to like give this person space. But I also feel like there could be a tendency for you to sort of like, it's not necessarily like, oh, like out of respect, I have to like give this person some space. It's more like, no offense, taking like the easy way out a little bit, like, ooh, I'm just gonna kind of like back it up, and then maybe like everything will just kind of work out. It's kind of like a passive approach here. This isn't like and even I'm noticing here, I feel like what your person is doing is they're like going out there, they're like trying to like make themselves a priority, and they're taking steps to do that. Like, ooh, sorry, I just like gasped. They're like, you know, running around doing their thing, whatever it is, like, you know what I mean, like hanging out with their friends. We had that friendship energy. I feel like your person is more in an action oriented with the white, that's like yang energy, and like you're in this more like with this reflective energy. like a darker moon yin, you know, energy here, like with the haunting. It's like I feel like you're more so spending time in reflection, thinking, and your person's kind of out there. I feel like they've spent enough time kind of like in that energy themselves, maybe where they were like thinking about you a lot. So now they're like wanting to like go out there and find their happiness. We had those like, as long as you're happy, who the hell cares? And happiness is a valid goal. It's like, I'm going to find my happiness. Maybe they don't even know what it is. They're experimenting and doing things like that, trying to find out. But they know the way is not to control. Like I was saying, like they might have been like the more yang energy and you might have been the more yin energy. And they are kind of like, or maybe they were almost trying to fix you, trying to like show you like, oh, this is how much I love you, this is what I'm willing to sacrifice for you. Like they tried to show you and things like that. But now they're kind of taking that like same like fired up like masculine energy and just like putting it back into themselves, putting it into their own lives, or maybe into other people that like appreciate them, like their friends and their family. Or I mean, it could be like another relationship, I guess, but I'm not really getting that. It's like you must focus on yourself. So if it is anything else, it's more just like having fun. I feel like nothing serious, but we will see what else comes through in the reading. So what was I going to do next? I was going to get like thoughts, feelings, and intentions. So let's get some of these quick. I'm going to get all the cards and then we'll like talk about them. So what is Taurus's person's thoughts on them right now? Oh my God, look at that. That was so crazy. Oh, love begins in reverse. Okay, what are their feelings? We have the solar plexus chakra. Okay, put that like up there. Okay, and intentions. What are Taurus's person's intentions? We have the shadow, the moon card. Okay. And then the heart chakra on the bottom of the deck. I feel like, oh, I said I'm not going to talk until, okay, let me just like hold off until, where's this other deck that I need? Oh, this is supposed to be here. I did this backwards. All right. So what are Taurus's person's thoughts on Taurus? Whatever, we could just have left it like that and I could just do it this way. Anyway, sorry. We have come to the edge. Okay, I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I just like did this way. I should have just left it. And what are Taurus's person's feelings? We have yin energy. Interesting, because I just thought it was the opposite. Oh, but okay, I see what's going on here. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. And what are their intentions? Milk and honey. Very interesting. We have unfinished symphony as the back of the deck energy, and then I'm just going to clarify all this with additional tarot. Zodiac Tarot, best tarot deck. I'm obsessed with this deck. All right, clarify Taurus's person's thoughts on them. Oh, we have the Six of Wands and the Devil. Okay, clarify their feelings. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, those, and oh no, that's too many because there's like more here. I saw Temperance and Justice. What is Taurus's person's feelings? Okay, what are Taurus? Okay, this deck is like going cray. What are Taurus's person's feelings for Taurus right now? The Emperor. Okay, that's kind of, yeah, what I was thinking. And then their intentions. Magicians. The Wheel of Fortune. We have the Star energy on the bottom of the deck. So, okay, what do we have here? Let's start with thoughts. So, yeah, like we had this love begins like flipping out, and like it flipped out like this and like turned itself in the air. I'm sure you saw it. You were there. But yeah, we have come to the edge, love begins, 6 of Wands, and the Devil. So it's almost like, I feel like your person has sort of like overcome their own shadow, and they're thinking that they've had success in sort of like breaking free from this connection or something like that. Or at least breaking free from like whatever negative implications that it had for them. Whereas if it made them feel bad about themselves or made them feel stuck or something like that, it's like they've had some sort of like, they've overcome something. And it's almost like, I feel like they're thinking about how like nothing ever really gets off the ground here. Like it's almost like we come to the edge, but then we like go back. Like we come to the edge and then we go back. It's like this love never even gets a chance. Like if you never even want to see, like how are we ever gonna know? Like it's like, you know, maybe write down the thoughts that haunt you. I'm looking at your energy over there just to get sort of like, clearly there's something haunting you, whether it's, you know, your tendency to sabotage this connection, something from your past, you know, it's sort of like a blend of both of those things here. There's something here. So it's like whatever that is maybe, you know, kind of subconsciously forcing you to sabotage things. And, you know, maybe it's good that you're in this yin energy and, you know, could take the time to sort of like sort that out for yourself, because I feel like this person is sort of like, they're recognizing that like this connection hasn't really been healthy for them. And maybe not even that you haven't been like healthy, but that they maybe haven't been engaging in this connection in a healthy way. They felt almost like trapped or chained to you, where they almost were stuck in this cycle here with like this, we're coming to the edge, and then it's like, you know, like this is kind of like showing, I don't know, I guess a cup, if it was upright. God, I can never pick these cards up. Please. Okay. They're like pouring the water back in here together or something. So it's like almost like, but it's almost like, to me, like their emotions coming together and like overflowing out of the cup, but it's like that never gets to happen. Like there's really nothing like sustaining this connection. It's like a lot of like false starts and like not really a lot of meat in between. So there's like no substance. It's just kind of like ideas there. It's just kind of like a fantasy, like we were talking about with that Neptune energy. And it's like, I feel like your person wants something real in their life. And they're thinking that like, you know, they're kind of sick of this cycle and they want to like overcome it and break free from it. And I feel like they sort of like have some sort of like breakthrough or epiphany here, where and this is more Saturn energy, by the way. So yeah, it's like maybe they felt really trapped in this cycle, and now they're thinking that like, okay, you're not going to come to my edge, like say, you know, like, or whatever this is, like come to the edge, like we're like, that makes me think of like you're about to like jump off a cliff, where it's like, you know, like, oh, we can like jump off together, just the way these two people are holding the hands, but it's like the one person always is like, oh, I can't, like, you know. And it's kind of reminding me of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and then where she's like, don't be like, when she's like, I could see your vagina from here, and she just like jumps off without him and like is like, all right. But then like really he wasn't ready, because remember he tries to jump and then he's like, oh, and he like stops himself and tries to hang on at the same time and like ends up almost dying. Like he's like, you know, hanging off the cliff or whatever. So again, like maybe you really aren't ready, and it's like your person, I don't think they're like, oh, you should jump anyway necessarily, but they're just like, I get it, but bye, like shoot, and like jumping in, you know, without you, or something like that. So it's like, I don't think, like I was saying though, with the friendship card, I don't necessarily think it's like, oh, like this person did me dirty and like looking at you like as if you're the bad guy or anything like that. It's almost like they're recognizing that this connection put them in like a powerless position. And moving on to their feelings here, I could see that like they want to like sort of gain their power back. I feel like they tried to show you with the whole like sacrifice energy I was getting from them. Maybe they tried to show you like, I'm different from people from your past. Like you can trust me. Like they kind of tried to come at you with this yin energy in the past that was like but it's also like it's a night energy. So it's like again, that masculine energy we were talking about that they were kind of putting into you, it's kind of like they were giving you their all, like masculine and feminine energy. Like they were trying to show you, like, I'm different, you can trust me, like I care about you. With yin, it's a very nurturing energy, and the Knight of Pentacles is showing stability and loyalty. It's like, I'm going to show you that you can trust people by like being a trustworthy person or something like that. And I don't think that that's necessarily the way, especially for you. I guess it didn't work because it seems like there's still sabotaging going on, or the same cycle sort of repeating here. So that's the only reason why I'm saying it. I don't think it was necessarily something that was like making your issues disappear, you know, like obviously like you have to do that, like, you know, and I think that's also something that they're recognizing, like I need to maybe give this person space in order to just, you know, I don't even think they're thinking about letting you heal necessarily. I think they're more so just thinking like, I just need to do this for me, if I'm being honest. But I think like overall, they're like kind of where they're supposed to be. Like it's not really a healthy pattern. So maybe it is good to, and it seems like you are like, yeah, give each other some space at the moment. So use this time wisely is what I would say. But with their feelings here, it's like, again, like I was saying, they were coming in with this yin energy, this Knight of Pentacles energy. And it's like now it's like they're kind of like trying to get their power back with the Emperor and the solar plexus chakra. That's a very powerful like combo here. So it's like they're feeling powerful again or something like that. It's like they're taking back their life, they're taking back control of the situation. Maybe not this situation. I don't think they're like I was saying, I don't feel like they were ever trying to control you. I think they were trying to show you and almost like audition for you. Like, oh look, like I would be perfect for you because of this and this. Like, look how much I care about you. Look at how much I could take care of you. Like it's almost like they wanted to show you, even if they didn't say those words, like maybe they tried to like, you know, show you by what they were doing, the stories they told you and things like that. So now they're sort of at a point where it's like, you know what, like the only thing I'm going to show anyone is myself how to have a good time. It's like I feel like they just want to like have fun again in their life and feel like they're in control of their own life because they can't control you, and that's what their whole vibe is here. Like they're sick of just like not knowing, they can't take it anymore. It's like they have to like unchain themselves and take back their own control. Like this, you know, this is the two of you here chained. This is like the shadow side of the Lovers, and it's like this is the Devil representing, I think, your connection, just like how it kind of became this sort of toxic thing that kind of kept both of you very stuck. So them being the one to, I guess, sort of like break the chain first is good, because then maybe you can sort of do the same. Whether you guys end up together or not remains to be seen. This is only current energy, but they're sort of stepping into a more masculine role here and taking control and like channeling all that energy into themselves. Aries energy, Emperor energy, is very much about the self. It's the first house. And that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if this was like the, you know, Justice card, I'd be like, oh, they might have, you know, found the love of their life here. But I don't necessarily see that. I see them sort of like in a powerful energy and just being a boss of their own life and like working on themselves, building themselves up, and just trying to make themselves happy as much as they can. As far as their intentions, again, it's like I do feel like their intentions are to find love, like 100%. I think if you sort of came around in a better energy, I'm not saying that because this is technically about you, what are their intentions towards you? So I feel like they're open to the idea. I don't think that there's, and again, we have the Devil, the shadow side of the Lovers, and then we actually have the Lovers. So I think that they recognize there is this sort of like pure love underneath all these flames and fire and power struggles or whatever is going on between you, but it's not really able to like come to the surface at this time. So again, this is Gemini energy, which you had that coming out as well, and Jupiter. So anyway, so I feel like with Milk and Honey, the Lovers, it's like, you see, like this is reminding me of this with this upside down. I remember thinking like, oh, the rainbow's upside down. I don't know why I thought that, but it just like popped in my head when I was looking at it before. But it's like here, there's another rainbow here. It's almost like if you're not gonna, you know, I can never see like the rainbow. I can never get like that happy, I think of like a happy ending with a rainbow, but it's like I never get like that happiness and that emotional fulfillment that I want. Like, and Milk and Honey is like about feeling good, like sensually. It's like maybe they just want to like you know, enjoy like like even just like eating food together and just like having those fun times together and even like sex, like, and things like that. It's like, you know, like the lovers, like, I mean, they're two naked people here. I mean, clearly, like, I mean, maybe there wasn't even a lot of sex or anything going on in your connection here. Like, maybe it was more so just like I was saying, love begins. It never really got a chance to begin. It's like maybe you would have plans, but they would kind of fall through and cancel on you or something like that. Um, or I'm sorry, you would, because this is you. I feel like this is one of those like cross watch readings, but we'll see. But anyway, so it's like maybe like, and maybe they're like have a healthy appetite here and they're like, I want some milk and honey. Like, and if you're not going to give it to me, like, okay, but like I'm kind of on the hunt for that right now. Again, I don't necessarily think that they're, I don't know. I mean, their intentions, though, right now, I think, are to sort of free, like I was saying, free themselves from this and search for their own milk and honey. With the shadow card and the Wheel of Fortune, that's very interesting because we have like very similar imagery. We have the dark version of this person and the light, and then we have a devil and an angel here. So it's like, I think they're, again, just trying to sort of like, I hate to say leave this behind, but not necessarily leave this behind because that implies like I don't want to be with you anymore, goodbye. It's more like I just want to move forward in my life. Like there's not a major arcana here. Devil, Emperor, Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. So we have like, I feel like this is sort of like a major moment for your person where they're really trying to sort of like take like a healthier approach to their own life, balance things out more, recognize where, you know, where they were at fault. But at the same time, we also had this on the bottom of the deck, Unfinished Symphony. So it's like they don't see this as like over. I don't think they see this as being like over, over. Like it's more just like, I don't know what this person's doing and I don't really care to like investigate to find out anymore. Like I'm just like living my life for me, period. I feel like, you know, they would necessarily, I'm not saying they wouldn't be open to it in the future, but as of right now, they're kind of just like accepting where you're at, honestly, because I feel like they're very like open to this. They were very open to this, and now they're just open to like finding their own happiness. So let's see what their higher self would say. Oh. My soul is infinite and divine. My thoughts I don't know why I said that weird. My thoughts manifest my reality. I hold the power to change them. It's like, yeah, they had this sort of epiphany where they're like, they realize they're keeping themselves stuck and they want to sort of like use the power that they have. Oh, that's 3. That's too many. Just one more, please. Yes. When my dreams feel scary, it means that I am on the right path. And I feel like the only approval I need is my own. That's that whole thing, like you must focus on yourself. They're like, I'm not like doing things based on this person or this connection anymore. Like I'm just gonna do me. And when my dreams feel scary, it means I'm on the right path. I feel like, you know, maybe like, because I was saying with them being in this Neptune energy that they were like dreaming about you a lot, but it wasn't really moving forward. But maybe they were almost okay with that too, like to be in this stagnant cycle with you, because like the thought of like actually having it like move forward and pull the plug and like things like that maybe did seem a little, even though they didn't realize it, maybe it did kind of scare them in a way where they were kind of content to be in this holding pattern. And now that they're actually moving forward, maybe they are a little scared and they're like, oh, like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I feel like they're almost scared that they're really going to get over you, if I'm being honest, and that they've just been sort of like lying to themselves and holding on to you. I feel like they're scared that like this path is going to really like truly make them move on. And I think they are scared about that. I think it is a struggle for them. That's like what I think this is now that I'm looking at it. It's like, I think they're also trying to tell themselves like, oh, I'm fine, blah, blah, blah. And I think they are. I don't think it's like a farce or like a, what's the word? Whatever, like illusion or like a lie that they're telling themselves. I think it's more almost like they're walking away and then they're stopping and looking back like, do I really, what if I really get over it? What if we're really not meant to be? And I think that thought is really almost like, I feel like almost like a clench in my stomach when I'm even saying it. So I feel like that's how almost how they feel deep down. But this is the shadow card, so it could be repressed. They could kind of like, it could be struggling to come to the surface. They could be more so in this milk and honey energy, like consciously, and this could be like the more subconscious. With the Wheel of Fortune, I think there's more of a fallout than they're realizing, but they're not really willing to look at that right now. So what was I going to do next? Is there anything else I have to get besides messages? I think just messages. Let's get messages. What would your person, what would Taurus's person most want to say to Taurus right now? Half the time I'm terrified and half the time I want to charge at you like a linebacker. So it's like, I feel like, all right, what is my cat doing? I feel like there is this sort of split where they're, like I was saying, like, oh, all right. Sorry, my cat just is like going crazy under a blanket, knocking shit off. Hi, baby girl. Sorry. I don't know. Half the time I'm terrified, half the time let's just get more because I don't really know. But maybe it's like saying like that they do have these like moments of doubt where they want to like rush towards you. You're so independent, maybe a little too independent over there, and they kind of can't break through. So they're kind of, you know, wishing they could, or just kind of accepting that that's the way you are. You carry yourself with such grace. And that to me could also like kind of, you're such a good kisser, could kind of define somebody that's like, describe somebody that's like, you don't know what they're thinking, you don't know what they're feeling, like more of an aloof person, like you carry yourself with grace. Like that makes me think of like, you don't show your emotion in a crisis or something like that. So it's like, maybe they like don't even think that you care or something like that. It says, I'm so scared to face you. And that kind of came in reverse. So I feel like they're almost like not scared for the first time or something. You speak so eloquently. You're my perfect match in every way. This is something that I think that they felt for a long time about you. Your eyes are so intense, and this is the last one. Hold on. I know I have to save myself. You can't do it for me. I feel like that's more so like you're powerful, but you don't abuse it. Interesting. So it's like, again, I don't think that they're making you the bad guy or the bad girl or whatever. I know I have to save myself. You can't do it for me. It's almost, I'm getting from that, like, I know I have to like make myself happy. It's not your responsibility. It's mine. I'm so scared to face you. I feel like they're scared to face you because like, and with this eye contact thing, your eyes are so intense. I feel like they're scared to face you, to look in their eyes, because I feel like they think all their resolve and like this kind of like powerful energy might crumble or something like that. So I feel like they're almost trying to like mimic your own energy back at you and sort of get into a more independent, powerful energy as well. But I feel like there is sort of like an underlying like vulnerability that they're trying to really like build up like a strong and put a strong face on. So that's what I have for you guys, Taurus. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It might have been a cross-watch reading. Just keep that in mind. You might be getting your own energy, but thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay, bye.